Welcome to the teacher instructions for how to handle study hall library passes. I'll show you what your screen should look like and how the flow should go, but as always, let me know if things aren't working out so that I can help troubleshoot. Thank you so much for helping with all of this. The expectation for students is that they should inform themselves of the rules of how this all works. You're welcome to help them, of course, but we put all of this information in Canvas, and I tell them that it is their responsibility to figure out how this works and to do it correctly. So, how it works is students must go to study hall first. They must sit down and give you time to do attendance. Once the second bell rings, we will release the first wave of 10 to 15 study hall passes. Students will fill out the pass request on their iPad, and if they get one, then it will show up on your screen for you to hit approve if you're comfortable with them leaving your classroom. You have full authority to deny any passes as you see fit and as seems appropriate to you. When students come to your room, they'll probably fill out the pass right away and start smashing the button, waiting to see if they're going to get one. If they do get one, it will show up on their screen as a red pass. They have to put in from your name to library study hall. If they put anything else in, they shouldn't be coming to the library on study hall. They can use quick visit passes if they need a book, but I really, really discourage you from encouraging that because they tend to use it to just come hang out. If students insist that they need to come for a book, perhaps having them wait until the last 10 or 15 minutes of the period can really be helpful to us as we're dealing with all the study hall passes in the first 10 to 15 minutes. So if they don't get a study hall pass, they should just stay in study hall. If they succeed in getting one of the limited passes on their screen as a red pass, it will show up on your screen like this. And when you are ready for them to leave the room, you can hit the approve button. You can wait until you're ready. They won't time out until after 5 minutes. When you hit approve, your dashboard will switch to look like this. And that is when their dashboard will switch to look like this with a green pass instead of a red pass. And that is when they are good to leave your room whenever you say so, and then they come to us. When they get to us, we will hit the end button and their pass will turn gray and it should disappear from your dashboard at that point. So if you ever see that a pass within a reasonable number of minutes that you've approved and sent a kid away doesn't disappear from your dashboard, that probably means they have not shown up at the library yet. We will try to follow up with you on those instances, but we also appreciate any help that you can do with following up because they may just be in the hallways, not actually on their way to us. So we deal with those as they happen though. That's it. The goal is for this to be pretty simple, and the goal is for this to only be happening in the first 10 to 15 minutes of each period. So basically the bell rings, we put up the first 10 to 15 passes. As soon as those get eaten up, we'll wait until those 10 to 15 kids get to us and we'll hit end on those passes. Once those 10 to 15 kids get to us, if it was within a reasonable time frame, we'll put another 10 to 15 passes up for a second round. So you may have kids that are still pushing the buttons for the first 15 minutes of the class. If those 10 to 15 kids get here in a reasonable time and everybody's acting well, we may do a third round. But we're going to cut it off at a maximum of 10 to 15 minutes into the period. At that point, no matter how many kids have gotten passes and gotten to come, we're going to stop. That's going to be it for today. So if you have kids that are still button smashing after 10 or 15 minutes, you can tell them to stop for the day. We're not doing any more. If you have kids that are consistently trying to get passes and can't, it is fine for you to do the occasional proxy pass to send them to us. A phone call in advance helps, but it's not necessary if you're just doing like one per period per day. But feel free to do that because some kids just aren't really quick with the buttons and they'll like never get a pass. So you are free and welcome to do that. If there are issues, something's not working, I ask that you please call us to check to see if we can take more kids or not. Please don't send the kids to us to ask because then we just have more kids getting in our line and getting in the hallway. So anything's not working, phone call is super helpful. And of course, as things don't go right and there are issues, just let me know and I'm happy to help. Thank you all so much for everything you do. Bye.